Welcome everybody. So today's a Wednesday. It's 9:04 p.m. and oof, my God, it's so hot here in Southern California. And no lie, it never rains. So I wanted to read you guys a article that I actually seen. Uh, and since I did create apparel, you guys make sure that you guys go to YouTube and go to Master Screen Prints. You will see all my videos regarding how to start a t-shirt from home and what what equipment do you need. And I'm right now I'm making videos for Keto, and I'm basically kind of learning myself and also teaching you guys. So you guys look at those videos. Any recommendations, go ahead and leave them. Um, I'm fairly, I mean, I used Kittle before, but not using halftones. I've used some of the designs from Kittle, but I did the halftones on Photoshop. But I want to try to avoid using Photoshop and just use Kittle just straight up. So this um, this video or episode is why a $500 DTF setup meets a 50,000 screen print shop for beginners. So uh, let's let's round up. Let's take a look, right? Okay, so if you've been told you need 50,000 in equipment and a warehouse to start a t-shirt business, I want to show you a number that's going to make you mad. Industrial DTG printing costs about $2.50 to $4 per shirt once you're factoring ink pre-treatment. Uh, you know, that's the whole setup for DTG, direct to garment. DTF, the method I run from home, costs about 40 cents to 80 cents per shirt. That's not a small gap. That's the difference between a hobby that bleeds money and a business that prints profit from day one. Now, today I'm breaking down exactly why a home-based DTF setup beats a big industrial print shop for anyone starting out, and where the big shops still win, so you know exactly which lane to play in. All right, guys. So the market is real and it's growing fast. It's not a fad. The global DTF printing market was valued at roughly 782 million in 2023 and projected to cross 2.1 billion by 2030, about 14.5% annual growth. The broader custom t-shirt printing market overall is on the pace to reach 20 billion by 2035, with online sales growing the fastest. So AI could take a lot of things, a lot of jobs, but printing shirts, AI can actually help you making designs and marketing. Uh, Using AI wisely, it could help you know grow your business significantly. If you're starting up, you just got to know what tools to get. If you start getting no kinds of subscriptions, waste a whole bunch of money and not really get anywhere. So this trend isn't a so this isn't a trend you're late to. This is a market still in its early growth curve. So if you're starting out, and if you want to birdie start a clothing brand or making print for other people, you're not late. You're here, and you can market your shirts or whatever. If you're providing services, you can market that online. a small seller side of it's growing faster than the big commercial side. So a lot of commercial companies are not out there on social media. So yes, a lot of small decorators are growing and they're growing fast, and they're making revenues from everywhere. That's the good thing about social media and in today's world in 2025. No, we're in 2026. I'm so sorry. So screen printing wins when you're running 1,000 plus identical pieces. The setup costs, screens, burning, cleanup gets itemized across volume. If you know anything about screen printing, the setup, the screens, the chemicals you use to make the design, to take off the design. And DTF has no screens, no per color setup, no minimum order. Cost stays flat whether you print 1 or 100 shirts. A big screen print shop needs volume to make their machine profitable. You don't. That's the entire unlock. You break even, your break even is 1 shirt, not 1,000. Depending again if you're pricing correctly. And I do have a pricing calculator that I'm going to leave below. Make sure that you guys visit my YouTube channel, and there you will see my t-shirt calculator, and it's on Etsy, priced at $27. So DTF production can start as soon as the design file is ready. No screen prep, no drying time between steps. Same day DTF turnaround is becoming a real edge for shops that can capitalize on design, trending, same morning. One thing about that is that if you're using a DTF, or maybe getting your designs from a provider, it would most likely be next day. But if you have a good following, if you have people that are buying from you, I'm gonna also leave a link on the description below, or I would have it in on my YouTube channel. Make sure you guys go to heatpressnation.com/master screen prints, and make sure that you guys check out the link. And yeah, guys, any of the DTF or white printer that you can buy, that way you're able to print same day shirts. Sometimes it's just, you know it's useful to have, but if you're starting out, you don't have the business, I would wait until you have the business. So continue to, order from vendors. I don't keep no inventory. Everything I order from Sanmar, Lane 7, and SNS Activewear. Those are the only three providers. Sometimes I do go to downtown and visit some of the locations when it's a next day, early morning, or something like that. So, where the big shops still legitimately win builds trust by being honest. Okay, bulk single design corporate team orders, 500 to 1,000 identical pieces, still favor screen printing on cost per unit. So if you get anything from 500 to 1,000 shirts and it's the same identical design, it's always good to screen print those, because it reduces the cost for DTF, DTG, and any other print. So screen printing is the number one, and you could get one single setup. You could go visit Ryanet and get their single color presses, and you could just do it from home, your kitchen, your living room, wherever you have room or the space, and it doesn't require a whole bunch of space. Okay, So any commercial grade equipment like Epson's new 64-inch roll to roll DTF printer released January 2026 is scaling DTF upward too. So even the big guy advantage is shrinking. So this is the new Epson 64-inch roll to roll, and I believe Heat Press Nation has his. It's a big wide printer where you could print big designs or a big order in just a little bit of time because it's a big printer. It's very wide. Lot of the ones that you order is like maybe 20-inch, 22 inches, and that's about the biggest. But it could be as long as you want it. Um, yeah. So I'm not telling you that screen printing is dead. I'm not even trying to say that here. I'm telling you it's the wrong tool for a beginner's first 100 orders. Know which lane you're in. So when you're first starting a t-shirt business or you want to decorate apparel, you don't want to buy the biggest and the best. Um, I've had I've known people that have seen so much, videos, and sometimes they watch one person and they get really pumped up by watching their videos, and they're like, man, this guy's like motivating because he's showing his equipment and it's good and he has all this friction. You got to keep in mind when he started. He could have started in the 90s and he's still doing it now. He could have started in the early 2000s and you're barely starting it now. Now, I don't have that much of a friction. I started in late of 2023. I fell off the horse. I went through a depression mode for a whole year. And then back in 2024 in April, I started right back, jumped on the horse, and started, advertising, started making videos, and if you check out a lot of my videos on YouTube, you would see that I have quite a few, not as much as I would have loved to, but I have a good playlist that I have as far as halftones, how to print from home, and how to like do make use of the room that you have. I don't have a big shop. I do everything from my room. I was doing everything from my living room, and it looks like I just kept bouncing. I went from an apartment, got kicked out. You'll see a video, one of my very first videos. I did a video, that we got kicked out. Then we were started looking for apartments, houses, whatever, and then we came to this one. One of the things, guys, I want to highly recommend that do not complain about the space or the place that you live at. Be grateful for what you have. Just be grateful for you have a roof over your head, for having food, for being able to pay electricity. I have a 9 to 5, so I am entirely grateful for the company that I work with. The management is great. The bosses, it's it's uh it's a I've been in a roller coaster when my nephew passed away, and they let me do work at kind of. They were flexible with my time throughout the whole day. When I went to court for the conviction of the guy that killed my nephew, uh, I was going during the day and then coming to work like later in the afternoon. I would leave around 11 and then come back to court. A lot of times it was rough, because I would leave at 12 o'clock and then by 6 in the morning I had to be there or 5, um, ready for the next day. All right. Sorry, guys. I tend to blabber a little bit off course. That's why sometimes I like to write a script, so I could just give the details and not go off course. So tell your own. Okay. So this is direct. No fluff. This video is like direct, no fluff. I built a pricing calculator. I mentioned that earlier, that does this math for you. You plug in your blank cost, transfer cost, press time, and it tells you exactly what to charge to hit your margin. It's $27. Links in the description, and it pays for itself on your very first order. And if you want the full breakdown and vendor costs I use, SNS for blanks, Supercolor for transfers, I've got that in my free guide. Link below. And then on the next episode, I'm breaking down the real numbers on same day turnaround and why speed is becoming more valuable than price. And I have stats that I looked up on Google. DTF market is 782 million in 2023 and is growing 2.1 billion in 2030. So that's a 14.5% that has grown between 2023 and it continues to grow to the year of 2030. Industry market report in 2026. Custom t-shirt printing market, it's growing to 20 billion by 2035. So this is industry market report in 2026. This is all the information I'm finding on Google. DTF costs about 40 to 80 cents per shirt. Again, this is the industry cost comparison in 2026. Screen printing breakdown, 1,000 plus units. That's the industry analysis of 2026. And the Epson shirt color G9000 64 row to row DTF launched January 2026. And this is printindustry.news. You guys could check it out there. You guys can also go to my link on the bottom, that is heatpressnation.com/master screen prints. Make sure you guys check that out. You guys will see all the equipment. You guys will see the Epson printer and any other heat presses. So when you guys are ready, go ahead and purchase your equipment. I do have an affiliate with Heat Press Nation, so anything that you buy, I do get a percentage at no cost to you guys, at no additional cost to you guys. I want to end this with subscribe and hit that notification bell. I want to try to make more podcasts like this for you guys, giving you guys industry, data, any recent market reports to make sure that you guys to not doubt yourself. A lot of people has reached out to me saying that they bought a heat press or what was thinking about it, but then they kind of had second thoughts. But then I kind of motivated them, and they bought the heat press. But if you're feeling down, like, hey, leave me a comment. Go to my YouTube channel, send me an email. I'll try to help out as much as I can. That's what I'm here for. That's what this channel is here for, to help you guys. But that just being said, one more thing. I already mentioned it, but I'm going to mention it one more time because it really helps my channel. Subscribe, hit the notification bell. See you guys on the next one. Bing, 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 bing.